Hey, this is Marv Mack coming live from Tiki Oasis 2022 with the Aggrolites with Tiki Oasis TV. So, how did you guys like your performance today? We got Jesse from the Aggrolites.
Oh man, this is my third time at Tiki Oasis, and it just gets better and better every year.
Sounds good. So, Raj, what's some of your influences that make you play those keys the way you do?
Man, we're talking about old school Jamaican music, right? Everything from Jackie Matu to the Upsetters, everything off Studio One. I mean, we're talking early Jamaica, really. We're all fans of that kind of music, that era of reggae music. So, yeah, in a nutshell, early Jamaica. That's what we do, you know?
That's great. I mean, you guys have been doing this for a long time. I see you got a new member. Chris is playing drums with you, which we love. And Chris, you want to say something about yourself? How do you feel playing with this group? And tell me how you feel about playing with this group.
Oh, it's great. Of course, they've been a big influence, they've been big in the scene. They've been around since I was a little kid, since I was a teenager. So, like, they were, an influence on me. So it's cool to be, playing with them.
That's great. I mean, I just think that this group has really proven to really, for the test of time, being consistent with this genre of music, keeping it alive, being very successful, and all that good stuff. So, what's going on with you? What, you guys got any new touring or anything?
We just kind of play. Tiki Oasis is kind of the big thing for the summer for us. Next weekend, we're actually going for the very first time to Colombia, Bogota. So, yeah, we've been to South America. We've been to Brazil, but this is going to be our first time in Colombia. So we're really looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time. Never been.
That's great. So, Chris, I just wanted to ask you, what makes you motivated about playing Jamaican music?
It's my favorite music, man. I think it's some of the best music in the world. It's just incredible. It's like the combination of England and this little island coming together. I just think it's the best, and it's a huge inspiration. I think it's just amazing. It's amazing to be down here doing it in San Diego with Jackie and the Capsules. Everybody's holding it down, that old, classic, authentic sound, and it's just great to be representing and carrying the torch, so to say.
That's great. I mean, I think we made history with this Tiki Oasis 2022 with the Calypso vibe, the Jamaican vibe. So, Jesse, how did you think the crowd performed? I mean, how did you think how they engaged with you with your performance?
I think they had a lot of good rum drinks in them. And with that being said, everybody was lively and having a blast. So, yeah, definitely a really good crowd. It's always fun here,
No, this is great. So this is Tiki Oasis TV coming live from Town and Country Resort. Any last words, Aggrolites? Raj, I see you got something to say.
Man, I got loads to say, player. You better, we're going for 30 minutes here. 7 years ago, first of all. No, I'm joking, man. No, it's a great Tiki Oasis. We love it, man. Can't wait to be back. This is my first time here personally, and I love it. I love the vibe. I love everyone here. It's nothing but good things, happening. The music, the people. Man, Tiki Oasis has their stuff on lockdown for sure. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, I just think it was a positive vibe for everyone here. And what else do you think about this event?
I love it because I'm a fan of all sorts of vintage music. So from growing up, all kinds of surf music, which is a part, I know last night they had Surfer-Jets and Messer Troops played. So it's surf music, rockabilly music is a part of my background as well. So everything figures in with the tiki scene. So it's all, I love basically I'm a fan of vintage music of all kind, even Latin music, which I think I was told that you guys had some kind of a band here last night as well.
I mean, Chris, I think that if you look in the crowd, and some of you guys seem like you knew other people from different scenes and soul cultures, so I think this music and this whole event has been great in overlapping different scenes and subculture. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, it's nice to just come together, bring it all together, and it's like a big melting pot. Everybody puts in their thing and has their own style, and puts a twist, and it's just a great gathering down here in San Diego. Again, just everybody coming out here and doing it, and we're just really happy to be here.
So, Jesse, just real quick, because you're real soulful as a singer. So who are some of your influences to get some of that soul, and you're singing from your gut, not from your nose, and it feels really good when you're up there, and it seems authentic. So you want to talk about who brought you there?
Definitely when it comes to reggae music, the number one for me would be Toots Hibbert. So Toots and the Maytals. We did a Delroy Wilson cover. We also did a Ken Booth cover. Alton Ellis is a big one for me. Like American soul music. I like Motown, Stax, TSOP, and so on. So that's it. That's my thing.
So what are the goals for 2022 and 2023 for the Aggrolites? You want to talk about it, Rob?
Yeah, man, keep on keeping on. I feel like I'm gonna grab the mic, like Chris grabbed the mic real quick. So long story short, what I'm about to say. No, man, we keep doing what we're doing. Here's the rough part: is that like there's so many different bands that come out nowadays that they call themselves reggae, reggae bands and whatnot, and we've always been a reggae band, even though it's the purest kind of reggae. It's the old school Jamaican reggae. So, I mean, our goal has always been, whether it's 2022, 2023, whatever, is to keep preaching the good word of original Jamaican music, playing that music, not compromising what we do in accordance to what the mainstream calls reggae, There's so many reggae bands nowadays. We got to reel it back in, It's more than just an upbeat, It's more than that. There's a whole. I know it sounds cliche to say soul, but there's actual soul in early Jamaican music, and I think that kind of lacks here and there nowadays. So our goal is to keep preaching the good word of original Jamaican music, for sure.
I mean, I think it's hard for artists, independent artists nowadays with 30,000 releases per day. I don't know if you guys know that. It's 30,000 or more releases for platforms, Spotify, iTunes, you name it. So what makes you guys feel that you are able to keep your fans going with all of this? It's just music noise. So what do you think that makes you guys keep what you guys going as far as your fan base? Because it's really difficult. Fans seem like to be they're not the loyalists with all the new music coming out. You want to talk about that?
I would say, we're a band that is we're a live band, and like a lot of the people these days, they manipulate the recordings with, a lot of there's corrections that are made, and when they go to, perform, they might not be able to perform exactly what they laid down in the recording studio because it's helped with, technology. So this is a band that we're a live band first and foremost. So I think the answer to your question is we really try to bring it live every single time, and that's where we come from. It didn't start with a lot of digital manipulation. So.
That's right. You want to interject on that? I see you say yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's true. It goes back to what I was saying. Is that and to piggyback off what Jeff's saying, is that it's true. There's a lot of it's just plastic. For lack of a better term, it's plastic. A lot of reggae music is, like he said, it's done in the studio, and everything is very computed and everything's very precise. And in a way, it strays from what early Jamaica was all about. They were pumping out how many tunes in one day? Studio One, Skylights. When they did Simmer Down with Bob Marley and the Wailers, they recorded it, and that night you would be able to hear it in a dance hall. So that gives you an idea of how much it was just like organic, and they were pumping it out. It wasn't like we're gonna sit on an album for 6 months and release it. You lose it. You lose the essence of it. So yeah, I mean that's definitely our goal. Like Jeff said, a live band, a live. Not just recording it in the studio, but being able to bring it to the live stage and also bring that energy, not just on a record, but in person as well. Yeah.
I mean I understand completely, but I think the biggest question for a lot of artists is, how did you survive COVID? How did you keep the band together? How did you keep money coming in? How did you keep food on the table? Because this really affects some bands. It affected venues. It affected, booking agents. Affected the industry. So what did you guys do to keep you guys going and being current?
I was internet busking pretty much. I was doing as many live gigs as I could on the internet, and thankfully there was people out there that were supporting me and paying into the hat. So that helped me out a lot.
Yeah, I think everyone has their own unique story across the board, but I think that was a good moment for everyone to kind of take a break, sit back, reevaluate where they are as an individual and as a band, and just I think. As much as it sucked, there are some cool things that came out of it, especially being a musician. You got to take a step back from the touring, It was a nice breath of fresh air, and it rejuvenates, especially a band like this, Yeah.
Well, I could, really say I was there at some of your first shows, and when when you guys were a little bit skinnier. I'm gonna tell you one thing. You guys didn't even know this. So Towhead Army had a reunion. It was a party in Hollywood. I came and my scooter broke down, but I made the show. but it was one of the first shows at a small
What kind of
place.
schools do you have at that point?
I had an SS-180. But the good thing is these guys have been around, keeping the subculture where it is today. If you guys want to check out the Aggrolites, you want to give up your social media?
The Aggrolites, pretty
Yeah,
much.
man.
At the
Yeah.
Aggrolites, Instagram.
Just go online, type in the Aggrolites. We're trying to put out everything that we're doing to the moment. So your Aggrolites, we're on Instagram, all the social medias and everything, and
Aggrolites.
Great. And if you had one sentence in closing to describe the Aggrolites, what would that sentence be?
Some good ass dirty reggae.
Anyone else have anything to say?
man, we're good, man.
Aggrolites are live. They kick butt tonight at Tiki Oasis. Coming live, Tiki Oasis TV. Thanks for everything. Thanks for Otto and Baby and the great things they do with music. Thank you.